Last time we talked about why the doctrine of the rapture matters, how it shapes our view of Jesus and how we live our faith today. Today we're digging into the four main views on the timing of the rapture. Why? Because understanding when people believe the rapture happens helps us understand why they view God, suffering, and the end times the way they do. Let's walk through each one briefly. The first is the Pre-Tribulation rapture. This is one of the most widely held views, especially in modern evangelical circles. It teaches that the church will be raptured before the 7-year tribulation period begins. Believers are removed from the earth to be with Christ before the world faces God's judgment. Their view is Jesus is a rescuer, one who protects his people from wrath. This is the most recent view in that it was first promulgated in around 1830 and is often associated with dispensational theology and popularized by books like Left Behind. The second view is called the Mid-Tribulation rapture, or the pre-wrath rapture. This position teaches that the rapture happens at the midpoint of the tribulation, around 3.5 years in. At this point, God's intense wrath begins, and the church is removed beforehand. It's a kind of rescue before the worst hits view. Their view of Jesus is both as a protector and a refiner, allowing some testing before delivering his people. It is a minority view, but one that tries to balance biblical warnings with God's mercy. Then there's the third view, the post-tribulational rapture. This view holds that the church endures the full 7 years of tribulation. At the very end, Christ returns visibly, and the rapture happens simultaneously with his second coming. The view of Jesus is as a sustainer and a comforter, one who walks with his people through suffering and then returns in glory. This is the oldest view, going back to the earliest church fathers like Irenaeus, Tertullian, and Augustine. The fourth view is the Preterist view. This view is the most unique of the four. The Preterist position teaches that much of what we call the tribulation already happened, specifically in AD 70, when the Romans destroyed Jerusalem and the temple. According to this view, the dramatic language in Revelation and Matthew 24 refers to the historical events from AD 70, not future ones. Some who hold this view don't expect a literal rapture at all, because they believe many prophecies have already been fulfilled. Each of these positions is backed by thoughtful scholarship and sincere biblical interpretation. So why walk through these different positions? Because knowing the distinctions sets the stage for a deeper biblical discussion. It helps us to ask better questions, compare scripture more carefully, and understand why faithful Christians come to different conclusions. And that's exactly what we'll do in the next video. We'll dig into the origins of these rapture views and where each finds its footing in scripture. Make sure you subscribe, and if one of these views resonates with you or challenges you, drop a comment below.